Hey everybody, Charlie Iron 2 here, and welcome back to the case of the Golden Idol. We last left off, we're trying to decipher what the symbols mean. Pretty sure this is decrease, because he's trying to decrease air. And since that didn't work, and this one did air. This did air and the vessel. So this may be matter. And this may be air. Let's go with that. Let's go with matter. Let's go with air. And let's call this one heat. Yes. Okay. So-and-so needed a blank. Needed a corpse. Edmund... Where's he at? Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. David Garan, so we know that's the go-to. Along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. It wasn't a corpse. Upon entering, blank and blank suddenly clubbed David Garan. That would be, I'm going to say it's Hardy Abe. Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed. Where's it at? I keep forgetting that they move him up here. David Garan. Meanwhile, at the halls of justice. Meanwhile, blank, blank, blank the amount of blank in a sealed blank. Okay, so this is going to be Edmund Cloudsley. So, did he increase or decrease the amount in a sealed vase? I know it was in a vase. It would have to be water? No, it's air. He increased the air. Edmund Cloudsley increased the amount of air in a sealed vase when Jack Nails and Hardy Abe entered the room. The vase... Oh, did it killed them? It exploded and killed them both. Ooh. I thought I was pretty good on that. The amount of... Oh, let's check these out with what was on the back of the idol. Hook, ice, nothing. Hook, ice, nothing. Increased air. And it was a vase, right? If we go exploring. Vase. Increase the amount of air in a vase. Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. David Garan, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. Maybe David Garan didn't. It was Walter Keane. Here, let's take these out so it doesn't tell us as we're doing this. Walter Keane. There we go. That's where we messed up. Scroll has been fulfilled. No hints assessed. To gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's secret force cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keane pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants, and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. All right. Oh, we got a cutscene. Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. What happened afterwards? Managed to fend off the rest of them. But my Master Lord Edmund Cloudsley got caught in the blast, which severely disfigured him, and soon afterward he died. Blessed his soul. He did not die. He wants it to look like he's dead. He did not die. 100%. Chapter 3, The Ascent. Man, this just keeps getting crazier and crazier, doesn't it? All right, we're going to learn about these mask guys, the strange practices of a secretive society. This reminds me of like an old King's Quest game. Roberta Williams, awesome lady. All right, here we go. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. There's a whole man over here. What is on your back? Hand-eye coordination. Got it. Tattoo depicts an hand and an eye. You are a Sheikah or a Yiga? All right, we'll have to see. By the way, I've boosted the volume as much as I possibly can. This is just a quiet game. Even if we go look at... I don't want to click the setting button. It makes it black the screen out. But I've turned everything as high as I can. And then I've done the same with my audio software. So I don't know what it is. So hopefully you can hear the music. If not, I apologize. Loaded pistol. David Garan. The gathering will be on March 14th. Would it be Garan? Because Garan doesn't have a red ring. To follow our plan, we should be there at least 2 hours before midnight. The target will arrive in full costume, grab rope and weapons. WK. Do we know a WK? This is David Garan, because this is his Ash Blair Finest Tobacco. That's his coat. But that's not David. Ah, he must have beat this guy up and taken his outfits in classic Scooby-Doo fashion. A coil of rope to David Garan. Oh, there we go, for reliable service from EC. Ash Blair and a dagger. Okay, so we don't know who you are. You are not David Garan. You are the gentleman robber. New coat. Okay, so we can get your name from the last episode if we need to because of your unique weaponry, your list of hats, and your coat. So you're the gentleman robber guy. But your hair looks different. But you do have a hat. Did he have a sprig of hair like that before? Let's check. No, this is different hair. Huh. Red herring, maybe. Who has red hair? 2 sets of footprints and drag marks. Somebody with boots. And somebody with a different type of shoe. Single set of footprints. And the boots. Okay, so we got boots, shoes, dragging. Boots leaving. Shoes leaving. So they dragged a person here, left them, and then they left separate directions. Let's go in the hill here. Ooh, what do we got going on here? This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Brothers wear masks appropriate to their house. The Dark Hands, the Proud Beasts, and Hufflepuff. Or Slytherin, I guess. Dark Hands, Proud Beasts, Water Snakes. Dark Hand Stewart is who killed, or was attempting to kill Edmund and ended up killing Rose, I believe her name was. Hubert. Brothers wear robes appropriate to their rank. Master, Steward, Initiate. That's a Proud Beast Initiate. Well, we don't know if it's Proud Beast. That is an Initiate. No, that's a Dark Hand Initiate. You are a Dark Hand Initiate. Okay. Okay. We are unraveling this. Oh, we got some text. January 5th, 1789. So this is the next year now. Granted, the beginning of it. Master. I ventured on the Order's mission to reclaim our fire-breathing relic. I'm assuming the idol's what they're talking about. And with great resolve, punished the despicable enemy. I, with a few brave companions, fearlessly entered his hideout in a remote hunting cabin. But the devil had prepared a treacherous trap, and an explosion slaughtered my dearest friends as we entered his study. So this is Walter Keane saying this. Thanks to my sturdy physique, I survived the blast, only to be assaulted by the enemy's lackey, assassin warrior David Corinne, and a pack of bloodthirsty hounds. I only saw one hound. After an hour of fight, I received numerous deadly wounds, in spite of which I prevailed and defeated my assailants with my martial training. I discovered the enemy's dead body, slain by the trap of his own making, but no trace of the relic. I don't think he's dead. He was in that crate and seemed just fine. And no trace of the relic? Who grabbed the relic? I'm forced to go into hiding because the government's watchmen are tracking me. Once I have recovered from my deadly wounds and shaken off the watchmen, I will send you the next report. May the Griffin awaken. Walter Keane. Griffin awaken. October 20th, 1789? 1789, so this is later in the year. So this must have been right after that last case. Alright, so this is in order. Must apologize 1,000 times for my absence. My road to recovery was full of peril and valor that cannot be sufficiently conveyed in writing. The government dogs and spies chased me tirelessly, and I was forced to seek refuge in Aquitania to recover from my still dire wounds. Still dire wounds almost a year later, huh? I then finally bested my pursuers with help of Lazarus Hearst, a young resourceful gentleman who I met in a remote manor one dark winter's night. Not only did he earn my trust by stepping into the fray against the villains, but he turned out to be well versed in the arcane arts, of course not yet close to your skills. I finally recovered and plan to return to Albion. I suggest that Lazarus would be a fine addition to the Order. I vouch for him and will invite him to undergo the appropriate trial. May the Griffin awaken. 1790? We were in 89 here, right? Yeah. January, so almost, this is over a year from the first one. Illuminated Masters, I object to the admittance of the individual Lazarus Hearst to our brethren. I submit that our dark-hand brother Walter Keane, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted because he is a liar and a thief. I'm certain that, on dispatching our enemy, he kept the golden fire-breathing relic for himself. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce the relic, apologize personally to me, and afterwards be expelled from our Brotherhood. Jeffrey Sinclair. Sinclair seems familiar. Where do we know Sinclair from? Was that the name of the lawyer? No, that was Nicholas Maker. Why is Sinclair familiar? Where else do we know there was a bunch of people? Would have been... What was your last name, Doctor? Geller. Okay. Not Geller. Not this guy. Let's check here. No Sinclairs. Okay. I don't know why. Maybe it was Ash Blair. Sounded like Sinclair. I promise I'll go back to the case. Alright. I like how it remembers where we were, too. We got 2 areas to go. Let's go up first. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. I guess we have to figure out who is behind each mask. Someone's dead. Y'all have different weapons. How do we go back down? Here. Hand, beast, snake. We know these are... Well, we don't know what those are. I assume beast? Hold on. I promise I'll quit doing this, but... I was gonna say maybe these little sigils corresponded to these. Because he has that mask. And this is like a dog face with swords. That's Cloudsley. Cloudsley is related to the mask. We know that much. All right, let's go back. All right, where to begin here? Let's just go right to left, I guess. Something hanging up there. A snake? No. It's like a tassel that matches this bookmark. It's a key. All right, what do you got going on? The griffin has spoken. You have a cane of death, ceremonial scepter, ruby ring. I think now's when we're supposed to put together the ruby ring. Ruby ring, ceremonial sword. Let us await the results from the chamber below. Griffin has spoken. Silver tankard with some red wine in it. Griffin has spoken. Ruby ring. Oh, here's a hint. All right, hold on. Before I forget this, we know we don't know anything. He's a first level, and it says here that everybody needs to wear masks appropriate to their house and robes appropriate to their rank. So I have to figure out which mask belongs to which house and which robe to which rank. What is our thinking looking like? The ritual of something. And then we got to figure out who these guys are. This is what we're talking about. So we need to figure out which one is Dark Hand, Proud Beast, and Water Snake. Now, just looking, I'm going to assume this is Dark Hand, this is Proud Beast, this is Water Snake. But I don't want to just guess off of appearance. I want to actually get some more facts before we make that accusation. You are dead. Man in the mask is not breathing. Trying to look at any evidence as to how you could have died. And then there are 3 tiers of robes. There's white diamonds, there's dual black diamonds, and then there's like dark purple robes. Now you are serving, and you are serving. So my guess would be you guys are the lowest tier. No diamond, lowest tier. You guys are doing a drinking ritual where one lives and one dies, right? So that's poison, and it's kind of like Russian roulette. One of these is poison, one of these is not. Preposterous. And one dies. And you guys are probably the highest tier. Just off of guessing. And then Death has this same little rope dilly that's here. Alright, let's keep going. 2 cups on a stone altar that contain some wine, but are almost empty. And Griffin has spoken. Tray with a small vial of unknown substance. It has a skull on it, come on. It's poison. Alright, here we go. This is just going to tell us. Done when an accuser has challenged a defender. Both drinkers must be barefoot. Barefoot. Okay, they're the only 2 who are. The substance is added depending on the severity of the accusation, including deadly poison. Add substance to one of the cups. Defender chooses first. Accuser chooses remaining. Both partake. And that tells you who is guilty or wins. Ritual of Squabble. Only initiates can be defender and accuser. Sword must be borne by any dark hand. So we have to figure out who's dark hand. You have a sword. Required decorations of the hall. Grim Reaper. All the decorations have these little tags on them. The never tiring teacher. The feeder of mouths. Ritual of conflict. The accuser must be deeply hate the defender. The sword must be borne by any initiate. Required decorations, never tiring teacher, the keeper of treasures, mirror of souls. The Grim Reaper's here, so it's not those. It's not conflict. Could be squabble, but we don't know yet. Ritual of dispute. Only stewards or higher can be defender and accuser. These are stewards, I think. The scepter must be borne by a water snake master. Scepter. Water snake. No, you're not water snake. You're water snake. Well, we don't know that for sure. That's just going off of assumptions. Let's not do confirmation bias. Keeper of treasures, never tiring teacher, Grim Reaper. Keeper of treasures is probably the book. Grim Reaper. I don't know what the never tiring teacher is. Ritual of discord. The houses of the accuser and the defender must stand behind their brothers. Oh, you're not doing that. Scepter must be borne by a dark hand master. Now that's the case. The speaker to the blind. The Grim Reaper. The keeper of treasures. Grim Reaper's here. So it could be sword must be borne by a dark hand. It doesn't seem like it's squabble. Conflict, sword must be borne by any initiate. This could be an initiate, I doubt it. Never tiring teacher, keeper of treasures, mirrors of the soul. So no. Not squabble or conflict. Dispute, stewards or higher can defend and accuse. Scepter by water snake master. So if you are a water snake, which you do have fangs, keeper of treasures, never tiring teacher, Grim Reaper. Pretty sure it's dispute. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there just so that we can kind of just put a pin in that. And if we're going on that's dispute, then that means you are a dark hand. And that means that this is a master robe. Right? Because if we're saying it's dispute, scepter must be borne by water snake master. Did I put dark hand? I did. I meant to put water snake. Water snake master. So you are a water snake master. Now, I would guess this is beast. And this seems like dark hand. But there's no way of knowing for sure. And I'm not just going to throw guesses out there. No way of knowing yet. Okay. Let's go down here. Well, there's a whole thing down here, too. Assuming you're the griffin. Deception. You must endure the tests of administered by Proud Beast Steward. Snail, fire, water, tree. Transition. Deception, evaluation, transition, admission. Who can give the tests? You're taking a test. You are familiar. I have signaled to Griffin who I am. I accept my fate, whatever it may be. Who are you? You look familiar. Prepare to receive what you have earned. Oh, you're gonna... So these aren't tattoos, these are brands. And you're gonna get a ring. He's got one in his pocket and one in his finger. So you're gonna be a Proud Beast Initiate. February 10, 1790. Brother, as a member of our order, has proposed a new candidate to join our Brotherhood. Our brother's trustworthiness, however, has been challenged. Therefore, we decided to take measures to resolve the fate of these individuals. If the brother proves himself, he can vouch for the newcomer. If the newcomer survives the appropriate trial, he will join our ranks. You are summoned to join our gathering on March 14th and fulfill your roles and the rights of the Brotherhood, Council of Masters. Alright, so if this is... Let's see what these rituals are. Didn't we... We looked at something. Here it is. Inception. By Proud Beast Steward. Evaluation. Transition. And mission. Pretty sure this is Inception. Signal to Griffin who he is. Carry a house. Eat with no mouth. Fish in a house. Opposite clothes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Snail. No mouth. Snail. Starve. Fish wants water. He wants... Oh, I don't know what this is trying to tell me. Time. Snail. Time. Water. Star. Snail. Time. Time has a face and no mouth. A snail carries its house on its back. Fish out of water. What's the star? Star is what keeps you warm. Keeps us alive because the grass. Without the star, we would starve and be cold. It's the only one that makes sense to me. Admission. Administered by a master. Which would mean that this is master. Which can't be right. Because if we're saying you're a master, that would be these two were masters. Accuser must deeply hate. Sword can be borne by an initiate. That could be it. Speaker to blind, Green Reaper, keeper of treasures. Speaker to blind? Treasures, Grim Reaper. Dispute, Water Snake, Master, because that would be wrong. Grim Reaper, never even teacher. Feeder of mouths, I don't see. Never tiring teacher. Keeper of treasures. Mirror of the soul. I don't see those two. So it would have to be Speaker to the blind. Keeper of treasures. Never tiring teacher. Grim Reaper. Speaker to the blind. Keeper of treasures. So we're just trying to figure out if we're calling a book a never tiring teacher or we're calling a book the Speaker to the blind. Both are kind of valid. And that's it. That's all the hints we get. So we're going to have to take some logic leaps here. You are going to give a beast... Well, it doesn't say it has to be a beast who's going to do this. We have to figure this out. I feel like the star is the answer, right? Snail, time, water, star. Snail has to be first, right? That's what the man with a house on his back is. So we could do snail fire, water, tree? Snail. I don't see how this would be fire. Anyway, we'll have to figure that out next episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or subscribe. Stay tuned for next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.